got we're kind of, this is just the shell, the bare shell, before we're actually going to do the really cool stuff to it. So it's, when we're done, it won't look anything like this. It'll be awesome. One of my life goals was I wanted a martial arts school or a dojo that would inspire people in the same, like I go to St. Patrick's Catholic Church, and the chapel, the church itself is beautiful, you know, but it costs a lot of money. So I sat down with one of the, or I was talking to one of the priests at the church, and I said, well, you know, Catholic Church, or all churches, not just Catholic Church, but the church is all about, you know, helping people in need and feeding the poor, and you know, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll never forget what he told me. He said, you know, he said, the #1 reason people come to church is to get inspired to do great things, religiously, personally, spiritually. And the purpose of this beautiful stained glass and this beautiful cathedral itself, chapel, is to inspire people. So that's my goal. Now it's just starting, okay? So hopefully in the very near future, when we have our grand opening in the next couple of months, I'm really hoping we can get it done by then. It'll be one whiz-bang of a party. And I promised the kids, and I've been asked this about 1 billion times, so let me make the announcement once, and then you guys spread it around. One of the really cool things we're going to have for our after-school program and our summer campers and our spring break campers and our day campers is I've got an awesome, and I mean awesome, bounce house that's about 25 feet, that's a 45-foot ceiling, 25 feet tall and goes 30 feet that way. It'll fill almost 80% of this room. And it's an obstacle course that we can run races through. Woo! And it's going to be awesome. Now, woo! It's being made. I mean, you just don't go and buy one of these off the shelf, okay? It's being manufactured, created by people, put together, sewn, hand sewn. And they told me an arrival time is 2 to 4 weeks. And I promise you, as soon as I get it, I don't care what day it is, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll put it up, and no matter what the calendar says, we're going to have fun that day. Okay? So please don't ask me every day, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? You'll know when it's here because you'll walk in the door and it'll be, I'm not going to leave it in the back and say it's back there, and I'll put it out when I feel like it. Okay? I'll put it up. So don't, okay, so that's enough said about that. All right, now, thank you very much for coming to our belt ceremony. First, how many first-timers do I have? Very first time. Okay. All right, I just real quickly, I want to go over this about what the belt system means, why the colors are they are, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, first, the very first belt color, other than white, is yellow. Every belt has a number. White is 10, yellow is 9. Okay, and we do have some yellow belts with a yellow belts with a black stripe. And this is a decided rank. This is recommended. This is decided. So in each belt, there is a recommended and decided rank with one exception. So it goes kind of like that, and then it goes to orange, and then orange with a black stripe, and so on and so on and so on. So if you were a white belt, and tested, and you got this belt, you would be knife recommended yellow, and that's a good testing. Let me emphasize, anytime you go up in rank, that's a good testing. Decided rank means you had an excellent testing. If you were a white belt and you went to this rank, you skipped over this rank and went to this, that's an exceptional testing. This is called a 3-step jump for obvious reasons. And we do have a few of those at this testing. This is a 2-step jump, and this is a 1-step jump. And I need to emphasize, once again, that any advance in rank is a plus, you know, because a no change is also a possible result. And if you ever get a no change, understand that that's not a sign of failure. It just means the instructors think you need a little more work before you get to the next level. Now, as with tradition warrant, I always bring out my dad's belt. This is one of his belts. I have several of them. I bring out one of my dad's belts. It just kind of makes me feel good to have it. My father and I went through first decided, black belt, second, third, fourth, even fifth down. We spent 30 some odd years in martial arts together. I know Miss Kane remembers him, Miss Perez remembers him. We used to give an awesome demonstration. So a belt is a very powerful thing. That's why I like to bring it out. So when you receive your new belt, my suggestion is take your old belt off, write the date that you got your new belt on it, and then keep it. You know, because they really are precious things. They're just made out of cotton and they're dyed colors. But you know, you can't buy that from me. you can't have it. You know, there's no such thing as a price on that. And your belt should mean that to you. And it doesn't matter what color the belt is. You know, you go to yellow belt, the orange belt, green, it doesn't matter. Because what they represent is you. And it's not the color of the belt you get, it's how you wear the one you have. So don't ever think for a minute that if somebody gets a belt higher than you, or if you get a belt higher than somebody, that that means you're better. That's not what it means, okay? All right, also, and this is a really cool part, and I just want to put this in perspective. Our students have a unique opportunity where they can work on, if it turns out the stars align, and they're chosen for the Black Belt Club and decide to work towards their Kempo Black Belt, they can work towards their Kempo Black Belt and their Taekwondo Black Belt at the same time. And I am, to my knowledge, the only school that has that available anywhere. Do you know, is there another, do you know another school?
No, sir.
No, the only one that I'm aware of. There may be somewhere out in the universe somebody else that does it, but we're the only ones that I know that do it. So, what a blessing to have an opportunity to do not one but two great things simultaneously. Now, the Black Belt Club, those people with red uniforms know what this means. The Black Belt Club is a program that we have that provides accelerated training for students that first get nominated and second accept the responsibility of it and then decide that they want that type of training. If you get accepted into the Black Belt Club, you are automatically accepted into the Kempo training program, in addition to the regular Taekwondo program, in addition to private lessons, and all-day seminars. Brianna, how many all-day seminars have you been to?
3 or 4.
Yeah, all day. So, in other words, you better really love martial arts because you're going to do a lot of it in the Black Belt Club. Last testing, we didn't have any nominations, but this testing, we have 7. So, I think that, have you ever had more than that? Have we? I don't think we've ever had more than that. So this may be all right. Okay, so if I call your name, I want you to come up, you guys please give a round of applause. If I call your name, come up, accept your nomination, go home and read it, and then do what it says, and then we'll talk more about it later. This is just the nomination part. This isn't the
acceptance. They break brownies for Master Quest?
Yes, if you bring brownies for Master Quest, your chance of getting in is even better. Okay, first Black Belt Club nomination we have is Lauren Bailey. Hey!
Good job, Lauren.
All right. Next nomination we have, oh, I know I'm going to butcher this last name. Zachary Kaler. Zachary.
Hooray!
Kaler. Give him the right cheer, go!
Good job, Zach.
Also, a little ninja black belt. There's no, that's not a coincidence he got the nomination. Next nomination I have Stephen Roach.
Hooray!
Next nomination I have, and I can't pronounce his last name, I'm not even going to try. Keith, come on up. Give Keith the right chair! Okay. Next nomination I have, Carmen Brown! Okay, Carmen, right chair! Oh, I only got 2 more. Next, Callie Coy. Get Callie right here. Last one. Nicholas Paul. Okay. All right, now. Again, I apologize if we do not have your packets. It simply was impossible to get them done. We'll have them to you next week. I won't tell you what's going to be in them, because if I tell you, it's like opening a Christmas present before Christmas. All I'm going to say is you're going to really like the stuff that's in it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to call your name up and for your belt. And what I'd like you to do is to stand, because Mr. Thacker's filming this, so stand facing me like this. If I call up more than one name, like that, where that door is, kind of angle towards the door like that, okay? And then I'll shake your hand, and then you'll go down there and get the belt from Miss Kay. Okay? All right, so you're the belt lady, and I'm the foreman. But before we do that, we have 3 Kempo yellow belts that we're going to give out. Again, no packet for you guys either. You'll get them the same time the other people will. And I'm going to let Master Quest present those first, okay? You just call out the first. You know the sound of it, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the certificates.
I do, but I'm
Okay,
gonna
we'll
give
get them
them.
later.
Yeah, they'll get them in the packet. There you
All
go.
right, so, you know, on Friday evenings, we have a select group of people from Buffalo College Black Belt, and a few people have been selected, can attend the Ripple Kempo class. These people are working very hard. Ripple Kempo is very similar to Taekwondo, but it's an Okinawan life protection art. So there's not as much sparring, it's more self-defense oriented. We take the kata, the forms that you learn, and we put self-defense to them. So these people are working hard. Very first person up, Brianna Kleinman, yellow belt! Now to let you know, in my dojo in Titusville, young people do not do Ripple Kempo. So if you're a young person and you're in a rank, it's quite special. So I think we should give it a rock cheer. Good. All right. Next person up, baby Gonka! Yellow belt, congratulations. Let's give it a round of applause. Very good. Last person, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name either. Keith, come on up. Come on. I just call him Cooch. I think it's Cooch and that's what I said. So let's give him a round cheer. Go! You rock! Congratulations.
Represent the belt, and Master Christian, shake your hand.
Yes, sir.
On the end. Question, yes. Better hurry up. I might call your name first, hurry up. Oh, yes, one more thing. I should make a couple other general announcements. First, the A-Team party has been switched from this Friday to May 15th. May 15th, so it's 2 weeks from this Friday, okay? So if you are on the honor roll at your school, and we have a copy of your report card, you're automatically in, you can bring a friend. If you have not signed up for the A-Team party and you were on the honor roll, you can still do that. It's from 7:30 to 9:30, pizza games, prizes. Maybe we'll have the you-know-what by then, who knows? No promises, though.
Don't ask about it.
No promises, but you never know. That's May 15th, 2 weeks, and you have to sign up if you're going to come. You can't show up. The reason for that is because we have pizza and drinks, lots of food for you to eat, but if we don't know how many people are coming, we don't have much food to get, that's a problem. So we want you to sign up. Please sign up in advance, sign up at least by that Wednesday. Okay? All right. So what I want you to do, if I call your name, I want you to say, "Here, sir," and stand right there. Okay? If I call your name. Oh, I need a pen. Or marker would be better.
Marker.
Yeah, I want to make sure. I don't want to call you twice. I want to make sure I'm marking this off. Oh, and if your testing results, the scores that you got at testing are not secret, you know, we don't put them in a vault and lock them up and nobody ever looks at them. If anybody would like to talk with me or any of the other instructors individually about the scores that you got at testing, we'll be glad to do that with you. Just get with us. We'll set a time where you can come in. Thank you, sir. We'll set a time where you can come in. I'll be glad to go over them with you. They're not, but I'll share with you only your scores and no one else's. Okay? So just keep that in mind too. You can't ask me about somebody else. But I'll be glad to do it. If you want, I'll certainly be glad to do that. Okay. First person I'd like to call up is Teresa Bailey. You get their belts, is that all? Okay. Dalton Bailey. Don't make it a family affair. Tiffany Bailey. Clayton Polk. R.J. Crooks. Students had an excellent testing. They all went to ninth recommended or yellow belt. Give them a big round of applause. You rock! Show you your belt. Walk it over. Congratulations. That's you. Keep applauding.
Stay right there. Miss Kirsten says I have to detain you so we can take your picture.
Just a little bit slower.
So don't
please.
scream too loud.
Spencer Sherman! Are any of the folks here?
No, sir.
Well, then we'll just keep them out. Xander! Xander, you here, buddy?
All right.
All the students had an excellent testing. They went to 9th, decided yellow belt. That's what I'm last right. Lauren Bailey!
I'm waiting for the
Lauren's really having a good day because Lauren skipped over yellow belt and is now an 8th recommended orange belt. They're right here. Why is that on my list? Okay, it's good. You look back at me. I'm right here. Okay. Is that?
one more.
Okay. One more. What's your name? Okay. All right, next. I got Jack Murphy. Decided yellow belt's an excellent testing. Give him a big round.
Good job, Bubba.
Okay, now is there any white belt that tested that did not receive the results? Did I miss anybody? No. Okay. All right, moving right along. Matthew Traitner. Matthew had good testing. He went to 8th, recommended orange belt. Give him a big round of applause. And you know, it's not often that you get in front of a big group of people and they're applauding for you, so please be generous. Yes, that's Jacob Gray! Ayla Smith! Tony Smith was the 8th decided orange belt in excellent testing. Give him a big round of applause. The hollering is okay. Stephen Roach! And Christopher Crooks! Alright, both of these students had an excellent testing. They're now 8th decided orange belts. Give them a big round of applause. Practicing this, so I better get it right. Bobby Scuderi! Oh, Miss Kay, give me that white belt out of there, would you? Well, Bobby, you know you're going to be sparring next testing, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to be sparring as a 7th recommended green belt. the 7th recommended green belt. Give him a big round of applause. Tyler Moreland. You checked these scores, right? Tyler is one of 3 in the same family practicing taekwondo. You guys work out at home together? Ever? Maybe you've been at taekwondo? A little bit? Well, Tyler is now a 6th recommended dark green belt. And Vivian Harry. Vivian here. Brittany Levy. And Carmen Brill. Both of these students went to 6 decided green belt matches with the Black Square. Excellent testing. Give them a big round of applause. Bruce, you want to come on up? Yes, Bruce. Give Bruce a big round. As you can tell, Bruce gave 100% of his test. You're almost there, Bruce. And Bruce's beautiful wife. I think his beautiful wife. Come on, Ian. I don't want to talk about Taekwondo for a minute. I want to talk about one of the most wonderful experiences in my life, and that was going to their wedding. It was spectacular. No, it was spectacular. All right, and I don't mean because they gave everybody a $100 bill that showed up. That's not what I'm talking about. Is that as a Taekwondo instructor, I get to see people come together, and I get to experience their lives, and I get to know them, and I get to be at some of the most joyous parts of their lives. And I have to admit, it was one of the most romantic weddings I've ever been to. Aww. And it was. And not only that, just so you guys know, their daughter started Taekwondo, and then they decided to do Taekwondo with her, and then Deanna zooms through the ranks. Purple belt zooming through the ranks, and Bruce hurts his knee a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. Yeah. Hurts his knee, and so and he's all no, Master Wayne, I'm not quitting. I'm going to rehabilitate. I'm coming back. So he comes back, works out really, really hard, hurts his knee again, but other knee. But that's not the story. The story is that I know something that they only feel, but I see the future is that years from now, they're going to be talking about with their daughter and their grandkids about their Taekwondo experiences together. And I've got to come up in the conversation somehow. So I'm really blessed to have them in my life. And Bruce really had a good testing because he skipped over green belt and went to 6 recommended dark green belt. Green belts and below, Kelly or orange that tested have not received their results. Nash Smith. Nash, come yes, Carson. And she's not here. Both of these students went the 5th decided blue belt. That's an excellent test.
Ready?
Wait.
Right, Evan Higgins.
Okay, go. Oh, God.
All right. Ms. Carson.
Thank you, sir.
A blue belt, and when you test and receive your next rank, if you get purple and above, then you get a black top that goes along with your belt. And the reason for that, what that signifies basically is that you're halfway to black belt. So you get a black top, and then your top remains black. You have white pants, and then your top remains black until you get to first decided black, or black-white, I should say. Until you get the first decided black belt, and then that's when you get the fancy uniform with all the stuff on it, and the pants are sewn on, and all that. It's like mine, except without my name. And anyway, that's how the uniform system works. So, purple belt is a very special belt. Of all the belts I've ever received in my life, there are 3 that mean the most to me. My first decided black belt, which still is my favorite belt, even though I've gone up way up, something beyond that, nothing can ever surpass that. My yellow belt, because I held a rank in martial arts. You know, when you're a white belt, comes in as a white belt, but when I got my yellow belt, I held a rank. I actually had a rank, and then purple belt, because purple belt is really the belt that signifies that you're on your way to black belt. Because let's face it, if you're halfway there, then you might as well go the other half and get it. So Evan is now a 4th recommended purple belt.
Okay, you ready, Miss Carson?
We have Kelly too.
Oh,
Kelly Coy, come on up here. I thought I had everything. But anyway, that's all right. She'll get her black top. Kelly's having a great day too, because not only did she get her Black Belt Club nomination, but she really did have an excellent testing, and she went the 4th decided purple belt. That's with a black stripe. Give her a big round of applause. By the way, look at her belt. There's no black stripe on that. That means she had a 3-step jump. That's what that means. Give her some more energy. Okay. Okay. Now, are there any blue belts and down that tested that have not received their results? Did I miss it? Blue belts and down.
Early testing.
What? Oh yeah, it's right here. I got it right here. In the belt. Wait, it's right there. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. That's it. Okay. All right, Kelly, come back up. Get your uniform top. She gets to go up twice. All right, now we're good. Brianna Kleinman! Well played! Now, I know why I skipped you. Master Quest.
yes, sir.
You think after doing this for years and years and years, I'd be really good at this, right?
It's exciting, sir.
But Ms. Kane, you think I'd be good at this, right? And the reason I screwed up is because both you guys with the purple belt!
Phil's picture, take 2.
Thank you.
With what? They don't get black tops. Michael and Clemens don't get black tops. They stay red.
Too bad.
Reagan Porter! Reagan is a recommended purple belt. And one of the best things about being an instructor is you get to watch people grow. I don't mean physically, even though I am physically, but mentally and mentally and martial arts wise. And I got to tell you, Reagan just gets better and better and better and better. And it might have something to do with she takes like 50 classes a week. How many classes a week? I mean, it's almost like I open the door and there's Reagan, and then I shut the door and Reagan's the last one out. I mean, so you got to work hard. You know, talent only takes you so far. But after that, it's just it's 90% hard work. And it certainly paid off for Reagan because she is now a second recommended red belt.
Whoa!
Now that she's a red belt, what's she going to do her next testing? 2 stations. 2 stations. Jacob Shipley! Yeah, but what if you do it really good in class? Right. What if I really like you? You sure?
I hope.
So, again, I need to emphasize that if you get a no change, it is not a sign of failure. It is not in any way meant to be a sign of failure. It's a sign that we feel you just need to work a little bit harder to get to the next level. And Jacob doesn't have to worry about that because he's now a first decided black red belt. Also a Little Ninja graduate, and when Kaylee came here, she was only this tall. Worked through our Little Ninja program, graduated from that, and got into regular martial arts. And one thing I like about Kaylee is when Kaylee really wants to do something really, really hard, and then when she can't, she gets all sad and little tears come out, with all those, which tells me that she really wants to do it bad. And you're, how old are you? 8 years old. What were you guys doing when you were 8 years old? I mean, when I was 8 years old, let me tell you what I was doing when I was 8 years old. I was playing with G.I. Joe and building with Lincoln Logs and watching cartoons on Saturday morning. But I wasn't working towards a black belt in Taekwondo. And she is. And she has to do the same thing that Matthew had to do, and Matthew had to do the same thing that Jim had to do, and Jim had to do the same thing that Mr. Thacker had to do, and that I had to do, and that she had to do. So she's got to do the same thing that the adults are doing. And if she screws up, what happens? First decided black red belt.
You rock!
Okay. Steele Duncanshore. Samantha Gamble. What's that?
I see. One word, it was best.
So Sammy, your last 4 months of training at school, was that very nice to you?
No, sir.
You tell them some of the things I said. Go ahead. I'll correct you if you're wrong.
You can do better than that.
What else? What did I tell you about your form? What did I say?
You square your shoulders.
Yeah. What did I say about you not knowing your forms?
That you won't pass.
Yeah. You also said that tears won't work, right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm not going to feel sorry for you. I said those things, right?
Yes.
And then if you're not going to do the work, I'm not going to let you test.
Yes, sir.
And then if you only partially do the work and you bomb your test, I'll give you no change. And I'll keep doing that until the sun burns out, right? Did I say those things or not?
Yes, sir.
Did I also say that I was intentionally going to make it harder?
Yes, sir.
I said that, didn't I? I'm intentionally going to make it harder. So I also told you that I'm going to take your weakest things and make you do it.
Yes, sir.
I said that, right? And then what did you say?
Oh, great.
What else did you say? I'll work on those things. I'll do them at home and I'll practice. Did she practice at home?
Yes, sir.
A lot?
More than she used to.
More than she used to?
Yes.
So how long have you been doing Taekwondo?
6 years.
6 years.
Little ninja.
Yeah, little ninja. She was a little ninja. So you're 12. So half your life you've been doing Taekwondo. Ever want to quit? Be honest. How many times have you wanted to quit?
A lot of times.
More than 10?
Yes, sir.
So why didn't you quit?
Because I knew I can do better and I want to reach my goal.
Say that aloud so they can.
So I knew I could do it. I want to reach my goal.
What's your goal?
To be first decided black belt.
But before you get first decided black belt, you have to do what? First,
Recommended black.
is that easy to get?
No, sir.
You did it. First recommended black belt. Take a seat. Thank you. I knew I could do better, and I wanted to reach my goal.
I like that.
I like that too. Now, I had 4 students that tested for first decided black belt. And let's talk to Amy Gonzalez first. You were a kids college kid, right?
Yes, sir.
How old were you when you started?
I was about 9, sir.
How old are you now?
14.
5 years.
Almost August 25.
So, was first decided black belt test easier or harder than first recommended?
It was very close, but it was probably a little bit easier.
A little bit easier?
A little bit, not much.
That's because you're more prepared.
That's right. That's what a prepared person's supposed to say. You were prepared. When Amy started, she didn't like sparring. She liked sparring.
No, sir.
As a matter of fact, Amy used to cry every time she sparred. I mean, every time she sparred. I don't mean just cried like every now and then. I mean, as soon as she put the helmet on, out came the tears. Then what happened?
I started working, when I got in the Black Belt Club, Miss Tara started sparring me harder.
Yeah. Then, what about the crying?
That eventually stopped.
That eventually stopped. So, there's one life goal. Overcome something you're afraid of. So here's another one. What about board break? You ever really like board break?
No, sir.
You and I spent a lot of time together working on board break.
Yes, sir.
What did I tell you board breaking sessions?
You told me I have to hit the board hard enough, and I have to go right through it.
What else?
And it'll hurt more if I don't break it than it will if I do.
That's true. What else?
That's,
Did I feel sorry for you because you were a girl?
No, sir.
No. You had to hit the boards with power, hit them in the middle, and I told you that I was going to make your board breaks hard on purpose.
Yes, sir.
So don't get used to easy breaks, because I'll change them and add boards, just to see what you do. Right?
Yes, sir.
Your board breaking was awesome. Woo! Sparring was pretty good too. As a matter of fact, she's a first decided black belt.
Yeah! Amy will receive the black uniform and her embroidered belt at the June testing. Now we don't, once somebody gets first decided black belt, we make sure that they're presented their uniform and their embroidered belt in front of their fellow students as an inspiration. So she gets the gold stripes on her belt, like that means she's first decided. And then in 2 more months, she's going to get her uniform and her embroidered belt. Mr. Shipley was the latest recipient. That felt pretty good to get that, didn't it? Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. All right. Okay, next person tested for something. James Bell! So here I have another kid's college young lady, 12 years old. And unlike Amy, Jane always likes fun. You always like fun. Not really? You should look like you like it. You should really bump into people when you spar. You ever scared of board break? Didn't look that way. And it didn't look that way. I mean, you look like you really want to hit the boards. What about Gillen, sit up.
what about forms? Right, forms? So, how many forms did you have to do? You don't remember? 12? You have to know 12 forms? How many one-steps do you have to know? 50. And how many board breaks did you have to do? And you had to pass each one? How many sparring matches did you have? 3. What did you have to show in your sparring matches? Control and desire. And one of the unspoken things, the intangibles about testing for black belt is it doesn't matter how good you are physically. I'm going to make sure you guys hear that. It doesn't matter how good you are physically. If you do not have the right mental attitude, if you don't exemplify those tenets, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and dominant spirit, you will never test in this school. I don't care if you can jump sidekick 6 bricks blindfolded and a world champion in sparring. That does not make a black belt. Physical skill is only part. Those are the things that matter. And I have to admit, the thing I've always admired about Jane more than anything else is that Jane is one of the nicest persons that I have ever known, of any age, man or woman. And of that, I am most proud of her. And also that she's a first decided wife. Okay, we got one more to go. Well, we're making good time. Well, a couple more to go. Dustin Poffenberger. Dustin, how old are you when you started? 10 years old, and you're 6 years. And is who's here with grandma here? Helen. Gracie. So that's everybody say hi, Gracie. Hi, Gracie. Now the thing that I like most, another thing I like about being an instructor is I like it when I see the car pull up and the parents put their child out on the sidewalk and go boom like that. So I know there's a lot of times in everyone's martial arts training when they really need an extra push. I mean, imagine starting when you're 10 years old, and then 6 years later you're testing for first decided black belt. Now parents, I'm not telling you how to parent, but I will tell you this. There is always going to be times in your martial arts training when playing with friends is more important, or Saturday morning cartoons is more important, or riding your bicycle is more important. But if you persevere and have the willingness to go like that when you need to, then wonderful things are going to happen. I really saw Dustin change in his persona, in technique, and in maturity at around brown belt, because his skills were okay. I mean, his skills were okay. But he got to about brown belt, something happened. I mean, he had a DNA shift or something. Those of you that saw him demonstrate at the testing, I mean, he's awesome. He's a young Mr. Thacker, he's a young Mr. Thacker. So his demonstration was just spectacular. And not only that his like I talked about Reagan, his technique just gets better and better and better. And the thing that I wish most for Dustin in his future is I want to come to his school one day at one of his testing, and I want to see him award one of his students a black belt that he trained, because he certainly has the right stuff. He's now first decided black belt. I have one more to give out. William Ledborn, please. 13, right? 13. And then you started when you were 6. How was he married?
Excuse me?
How old was he when he started?
It was in between kindergarten and first grade.
William is a first decided black belt at 13, and now is getting ready to test for second recommended black belt, which is really quite a coup. And in order to qualify to test for second recommended black belt, among all the other stuff you got to know, like the first decided black belt, he has to go through 3 pre-tests. After he passes his 3 pre-tests, then he's eligible to test for second recommended black belt. And I want to plant a seed, just a little seed, in every student here. And that is, and I'm curious if Master Quest agrees with me here or not. You can feel free to disagree. Okay. I've been to other schools and have seen a lot of first decided black belts. And I have to admit, I've seen some first decided black belts that I thought couldn't beat their way out of the paper bag. Not ours, but others. But you get to second degree black belt. Rare would be the second degree black belt, regardless of school, that is not excellent. I mean, rare. I mean, there are, but that's rare. Third degree black belt. I've never met a third degree black belt that I did not think was awesome in any style under any circumstance. So your first goal should be black belt. Second goal, obviously, is martial arts for life. But your third goal, I really want you to shoot for that third decided. Because when you reach third decided black belt, you will be universally accepted around the world as a high quality, high performing, highly respected martial artist. And he's not that far from it, really. He passed the second pre-test. He's got one more to go. After that, he's tested for second. Did I miss anybody? No. Yes?
Remind everyone to put the names on the belts.
Yes. By all means, put your name on your belt. The reason why is because, believe it or not, sometimes people leave their belts, and then since there's no name on it, we don't know who it belongs to, and then it goes to the land of the lost belts, never to be seen again. So make sure you write your name on the belt. Our belt ceremony is concluded, but before you leave, if anybody wants to stay to take pictures or whatever, the instructors will be glad to hang out, to take pictures or talk, whatever you like to do. Yeah, or that. I really appreciate your support of the school, and this is just the beginning. We plan to be here for a long time, and one day we will have a master's testing in this school. That's when some of you will be testing to become a master in Taekwondo. That's at 4th Dan. That day is going to come. And there's going to be a whole group of them. So just remember Master Winstead. All right, everybody up, say yes, sir.
Yes, sir!
All right, feet together. No, show me that. All right, Casey, instructions over here, please.
Yeah.
Ball out. Still go out.
Good job, congratulations.